Hello, Angela, YouTube world. My name is Angela Fields, AJ. Today is October 24th, 2024. This is my first live. This is my first YouTube live or anything like that. I will speak my mind right now. uh, Thank you to no one who's watching. You'll probably eventually come across this and think, there goes another crazy one. But I am doing this as what am I doing this for? Fear. Facing your fears. What am I scared of? I don't know. I guess being yourself without no filter. I am motivated to do this based off a frustration that I have right now. And had I not been frustrated as I am, it would be probably months and months and years before I would have went live or took my YouTube journey, whatever, with some seriousness. What has led me to this moment of clarity is my relation to certain apps that I use. My relation to the Anti-Pro Services app, and not only that, my relation to Thumbtack, which is very new, my relation to my relation to work, my relation to work and energy, or at least labor, not just work, but labor. Uh, Within 24 hours, and I've spent money this fast before, but within 24 hours of signing up for Thumbtack, I've obligated myself to $100+ in leads. Um, I am glad that I started off doing the thing. I, was motivated by another event. My little sister helping me out, and just said, "F it." Uh, I believe I've watched a YouTube influencer on here, a couple. It's like I forgot their names, but they're a couple. They do a lot of truck and gig stuff, or whatever, either with a box truck or a van or truck, or they do a lot of stuff. It's a couple, and sometimes the brother works with his brother. Um, Point blank, just uh, in an effort to do something different, I did something different. uh, and signed up for that. The first feeling I got was, man, this was easier to sign up for than I thought. uh, but then what happened next? I started clicking on opportunities for me that was not the thing to do. Uh, and then again, this isn't a good or bad thing about TikTok, Thumbtack. This is my relation to it. Uh, in essence, the way I view a lot of the apps that I use, the way I view a lot of the apps that I use in an effort to be philosophical, is that they are they're fear-based apps. Um, there is a market for what you're afraid of, for what you don't want to understand, for what you don't want to try, for what you feel is above your head, for you're what you run away from what you hide from. Something about marketing and promoting yourself is scary. Will I be accepted by people who have the means with which to sustain my living beyond, just some basic stuff? You want to make a profit and all of that stuff. So, in my mind, I see these apps as, hey, you don't have to market yourself that much. We'll bring what you're looking for to you. So all you gotta do, uh, it's the old saying, you can't take a horse to the, you can't teach a horse how to drink or some shit. God dang, I, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make a drink or something like that. Um, and that is what I see those apps as. I can bring you the customer, I can give you their name, their number, and all of that stuff. And really, it's just information. You have to close the customer. That episode of The Office comes into my head right now where Andy just couldn't close. It did all of the yeah. He got up and did all of that stuff and, got the feeling. And then when it comes to the critical part, it just couldn't close. So if you don't want to, I know it's not all that, but uh, in my mind, the saying, it takes one to know one, I feel like uh, as bad as my life is right now, when it don't feel right, it don't feel right. Uh, I put a, and I'm not gonna raise the number, but I put an extravagant amount for a service. And I was like, how be it? I just paid for a lead that I didn't hear back from. And now I got my price. God wouldn't pay these prices. It was like, you know, nigga, fuck you in that damn high ass price. Uh, and you get a you get a hit for a lead and all of that stuff. Now, granted, like I said, I'm new to this, but um, that's all that I needed to learn at that step. Uh, my relation to this experience is that I need to focus. Uh, I leave what I'm currently doing and what is currently buttering my bread just to go see what the other place is like, just to go see what's over there. Something catches my eye and then I go over there and I'm just wandering. So thanks to this experience, I will one continue to face fears. Eventually, this whole life shit, it ain't gonna be scary. Right now, I'm talking to the abyss, so it doesn't mean nothing. But as soon as a person starts thinking and the stars, you know, or whatever, then it makes it different. Um, but I know I'll always have fears because constantly I'll constantly face fears that will create other fears and things to challenge me. But to the best of my ability, uh, I want to have very few things that I've run away from when I lay at night. Tonight, when I go to sleep, I don't want to go to sleep because I chose to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep because in the middle of what I'm doing, my lights went out. Where you just, at least at this moment, um, go to sleep safely and all that stuff. But I want to go to sleep because somewhere in between whatever I'm doing, uh, the brain said, "Hey, this is too much." Boom, you're done. I'll see you in the morning or whenever you gotta wake up and pee or do some shit like that. Um, but the list will be short. At least what I have on my list now of things that I'm running away from and yada yada yada, scared and this that this and procrastinations. Um, that list will shorten and make way for other things as I get more clear about what the hell I'm doing. But uh, it won't grow. Basically, I won't break. I won't let more things, I guess, scare me. So uh, this, what is it? Damn near they said $132. This $132 or whatever the fuck I spent. Uh, was a lesson. For some reason, this month, money has passed through my hands rather motherfucking fast. Um, so it's a sign that I need to learn more so I can make money faster than I can even think of spending it. Um, and that to me is the biggest fear. The first few moments of being on this Thumbtack app felt like I could answer the fear feeling by just doing different gigs that paid me what I wanted to solve different problems, get out of debts. Come to find out, or at least the way that I feel at this moment, it makes me it makes me look at what I have around me, what I have pending, what what I ran away from to run to Thumbtack, what I ran away from or what I avoided to do this thing or that thing. So it's a roundabout way of not saying what I'm trying to say, but there ain't no good and bad in it. There are people with the acumen, for one, to make the app profitable to them. There are people who, uh, you know, they don't stay stuck in analysis paralysis, but they have a good amount of information about something, and then there are people who make informed decisions. They don't just go off of a wing and a prayer every motherfucking time. You know, uh, and I went off of a wing and prayer with doing this. I know for a fact I avoided some things to do this. And the the feeling that I have right now is enough for me to at least do this. I won't even assume that I'll do it again. I mean, I'll have to do it again because I want to grow my channel. But I won't always come on this thing out of some emotional outburst feeling. I'll go live because I purposefully want to, you know, go live. But yeah, for me, the mind that I have, the way that I think, uh, I ran to these apps like kind of like a refugee. Um, some people, every citizen isn't meant to be a soldier, and every soldier isn't meant to fight in battle. So, in essence, what was I running away from? That I ran to these apps. A whole world of things that exist around me. I ran away from all of those. Um, so, in the words of a book that I love so much that I find myself living a lot more and more each day, in the words of the richest man in Babylon, I'm going to go back and face all of my debtors, all of my fears, before I get the new fears that come with greater wealth, greater responsibility, the new fears that come from overcoming these fears. I'm going to take an account of everything that's out there and then move forward from that. Um, I'll move forward from that. Uh, I'll do my best to make an educated, wise decision. Very, yes, there's going to be a time and place for sporadic inspiration, but most of my movements shall be ordered. Uh, I do quite enjoy living without a plan, but if the sum of that way of living is, if the result of living like this is this, for me, I can't do it. I can't do it any longer. That is a part of me. It'll likely always be a part of me to want to just say, fuck it. I've done that a lot. So that will be my battle. But yeah, it's just facing those fears. Uh, I'll have a different. I damn near think if I face all of my fears, why the fuck would I even be on any of those apps? Uh, for one, I'm hoping that there's money in conquering these fears. The only reason I even want to be courageous is so I can make money. I don't want to be courageous for the sake of being courageous. I want to be courageous so I can make money. That is backwards. But yeah, um, this was a lesson. I'm glad that it only took $100 some. It only took $100 some. Fortunately, there's a lot of time and distance between. I just now realized that there's more money. If any of the things that I gotten into were real, there's more money coming out. So most of that isn't mine. Um, while it sounds like I'm bashing it, I'm only exposing who I am. Those apps, honestly, damn near everything in life is neutral. There ain't no good and no bad, but the way that I relate to it is like, hold up, wait a motherfucking minute. Um, yeah. So, yeah, I as the rappers say, I'm gonna try to get it out the mud. That's what rappers. Really, as the saying goes, I'm gonna get it out the mud. But it don't mean that I have to dig in the mud with my hands. It don't mean that I have to dig in the mud with my fingers. Um, but I'm gonna get it out the mud. Um, and it doesn't mean that that's not that. But for all intents and purposes, I don't think that that is what. I don't think that that's where I need to dig. Uh, to be quite frank, I'm not on the level, honestly, because it gets me back at, I'm literally working. I've literally spent the whole day just to pay for a lead. That's all the fuck I did for most of this fucking day. None of the fucking nah. Yeah. I am angry when I'm using these words. I'm angry, but yeah. So uh, yeah, it is what it is. That money is gone. The things that I've done are done. I can't take none of them back. Uh, that that was an experience. Um, in the future, if I ever look at this, which I probably won't, I'd like to know, what do I know more later than what I know now. Um, but my last thought about this will be, how come my thoughts couldn't be more clearer? Uh, I went to my sister's white coat ceremony, and on the way back to North Carolina, I found myself in deep thought. And I finally came up with some idea of a plan that I didn't edify. I didn't nourish it and dig deep into it, but I was in a zone, and I came up with some kind of plan, some kind of idea of what I want. And living life from that moment up until the last couple of days, to be quite honest, doing the thumbtack thing felt like this is what I was thinking. This lines up with my plan. Um, the thing that kind of has me angry, which makes me think that I'm either on the right track because it's adversity, or that I need to go back and refine things so I can zero in on what I need to do. But the way I feel now makes me feel like I'm on the right track because it's it it's it's that adversarial type feeling. Um, uh, but it makes me kind of feel foolish that something in the world could seem as if it was the answer to what I was thinking. Um, uh, and I don't know, that feels weird. It makes it feel good. It makes me feel good because it's like, hey, if I think more, then maybe the universe, God, whatever, will respond in kind. Um, but mainly because I don't see, because I ain't got no money. Because I ain't got no money right now from what I was doing, I feel like this. Maybe the fruits of my labor will truly come later. But I wanted the fruit. I wanted to bite the fruit, you know, right then and there. And because I'm still hungry, uh, the thought of feeling like I could be satiated by what I was thinking and not being satiated makes me feel foolish. Um, but if I was speaking to my brother, one of my family members, I would say that you are on the right track. Um, uh, the right track doesn't mean that you're taking the right path, but it does mean you're in the area. So if I'm speaking to the mirror, go back and refine, just adjust what you're doing because you're somewhere in there. Don't don't stop the journey altogether because you already went somewhere. You're already moving in a direction. It takes just as much energy to turn back around versus, just recorrecting yourself, redirecting yourself, and going on the destination. So, yeah, if I was speaking to one of them, or both of them, all of them, whatever, that's that's what I would tell him. So, uh, before I get off this thing, or as I'm about to get off this thing, one, I need to look into this more. Knowing that it's live now, fucking looking away. But if I am to truly make a new decision or a new action, it would not be to dive into busy work. Um, if I was to be determined on doing something new, I would put great effort into overcoming sleepiness just so I can avoid thinking. Because right when I know I want to do something that's very fucking uh, what's that word? Productive. Sleep comes out of nowhere, and I find myself sinking into the bed. So don't do busy work because that is easy. Around me is a lot of busy work. So busy work is not the answer, or is not busy work is not the move that you make when you get off this phone. So um, look at your numbers, find some type of guidance. Find some type of guidance and use that. I I know one thing I do tell my brother is to seek someone who's done what he's done before. So if I was to uh, tell this to myself, what do you want to do? Who has done it? What exactly do you want to do? Because that is what I know for a fact that I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. So if you are to update yourself and get off this phone and have some type of homework, define what you want to do. And then define who, to the best of your ability, who, what, let's just say who. Because I don't think there's some inanimate object that exists on its own that basically I don't want to follow a tree or something, or a giraffe or an animal or anything like that. So who, as in a human, as in a company, once I define what I want to do, who is doing what I want to do, follow them, um, or make some plan to either get in their sphere or whatever. Um, but define what you want to do. If you can get to the who, that'll be great. But define what you want to do. Uh, yeah. So this is my first live. Next time ain't gonna be no head down, head looking away. It'll be more brighter and all that stuff. Shit, I'll fucking do it right up under a damn light bulb next time. Um, but here's proof of at least one thing, one fear I know I've faced. How do you turn this off? You press X. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yeah.